Hi everybody, it's Violet Kitty. You may or may not have noticed that last Friday I closed my account. I did not expect to request to reopen it this soon, if at all. I didn't know if I ever would. The reason I closed it was because I have a very real stalker by the name of Violetkitty411, and it was evident to me that my accounts were feeding the obsession. However, since then, it's become evident to me that the lack of accounts also feed the obsession. And I do not choose to be held prisoner by fear of this psychotic killer. So instead, I choose to share my story. I'd like to thank Revolution of CG and Cats22 who may have unknowingly given me the impetus to reopen this account. If Cats can share her story, I can most definitely share mine. This is not going to be entertaining. It's not meant to be drama. It's 100% true. It's been going on since April 18th or 19th of 2008 when this person wrote to me to wish me a happy belated birthday, and I merely said thank you. He wrote to me several days in a row to which I didn't respond, but then he asked me for my address and I said I don't give it out, but I appreciate the thought, thank you. He wrote to me several more days. Again, I didn't respond, but then he wrote that I had made a devil sign at the end of my video, and I wrote back and said that was not the devil sign, it was the I love you sign. And even if it was the devil sign, it would hold no power over me because I'm a Christian. He started writing to me 2 to 3 times a day, and then up to 5 times, 10 times a day. And in these, he would demand that I, show feelings for him. He would demand that I tell him about myself. He would demand to know more about me, about where I live, about my life. And he would send videos of events in his local area, not that I care because he's in Barcelona, Spain. And he would tell me about his life and about Catalonia and about his family, not that I care because I don't care about him at all. And I blocked him from the Violetkitty411 account, and he continued writing to the VK's Hope account. And it got up to 20 times a day. And once he even said, please just give me a little sign, please, he would call me, he would use these terms of endearment with me. He would tell me that he respected me. I had no reason to fear him. He would not harm me, this, that, or the other. And of course, this is a red flag because anyone that says they won't harm you is going to. So on May 27th, he had asked for this little sign of my love, and I wrote a very nasty message stating to the effect that he acts as if there's a relationship between us. He acts as if he has some kind of claim on me. There is no relationship. He has no claim. He was harassing me. I'm sure I wasn't the only woman he's ever harassed thusly. All of his messages had been saved as evidence of his harassment and would be tendered to the authorities if ever he tried to contact me again. He wants a little sign, here it is, don't ever attempt to contact me again. And I blocked him from the VK's Hope account. He wrote a couple more times to the XVKX account, and I blocked him from that. He tried to add me on Twitter, and I blocked him from that. This guy is obsessed. Violetkitty411, stalker from Barcelona, Spain. I continued to pay attention to his account to see what videos he was favoriting. This is something that I showed Little Panda Express. He was favoriting videos of wedding rings, of having sexual intercourse with a person with disabilities. If you're not aware, I have disabilities. I've never told him that I do, but I do have disabilities. He was favoriting wedding rings, wedding ceremonies, guns, and keep in mind, guns are not legal to own in Spain. So, and he started favoriting videos filmed in this local area. He favorited a video of the local airport. So I became aware that he had every intention of flying to this area and purchasing a gun and killing me. I was extremely aware that he has a violent fixation on me. I knew that he was going to do it, I just didn't exactly know when. Because of this, I did not make an announcement that I was going to go to YouTube on July 12th. I didn't make an announcement that I was going to Toronto for 888 because I knew that he was psychotic enough that if I did, he would show up. On August 15th, I made my video, I Know Things, where I vaguely talked about Angela and Nate. And August 16th is the day that he flew from Barcelona to Philadelphia. I got a message written in Spanish from a young woman on August 17th, and the only thing I recognized was the screen name. And so I put it on a translator, and I also sent it to a trusted friend who translated, and the translations matched up, stating, I am Ignacy Coa's niece, and I'm sure he's mentioned me a few times. He needs you to send him your address, phone number, and directions to your house immediately. And that was a Sunday, and of course I didn't send that information. And I contacted the police that night and said, as far as I know, this man is in the local area. And, you know, I locked this house down. And the next day, Monday, starting around 4 p.m., under a different account, he started writing a series of 125 psychotic messages in which he stated that somebody had been using my account to communicate with him every day for the last 4 months. He did not realize that when I blocked him, that meant he could write to me, but I wouldn't receive them, and he wouldn't get a bounce back that said he was blocked. He's stupid. He was saying that somebody was communicating with him for 4 months, that I had made promises with him because I was communicating with him hieroglyphically through my videos to show my acceptance of him, that I had placed my videos in his related videos, he called them relationed videos, in the sidebar, because he was too stupid to realize, because he had been obsessively watching my videos, most likely masturbating to them, and things like that. Disgusting. Because he had been obsessively watching my videos, he actually forced what shows up in the related videos, and so he felt I was doing that, placing them there to show how much I accepted and loved him. He wrote that he loved me, he hated me, he wanted to rape me, he wanted to kill me. He wrote that I owed him money for the plane ticket, that it cost him his life savings, that he, you know, and it was psychotic, and you have to read them all together and put the information together because it is really bizarre. And it's between broken English, but he has enough good English that I believe that he actually speaks English better than he says he does. He ended up giving me his full name, address, and phone number, and after I had all that information, I finally blocked him and sent my messages to friends only. He then started writing to several people that he thought might have some influence with me, and in the course of about 1 hour, I received 4 emails from people stating they had received an email message from this weirdo who gave them a link to his PhotoBucket account over there, and stated that I was in danger and he needed to protect me, and he needed them to advise me of how much danger I was in. The PhotoBucket account shows himself and his niece holding up his passport with the date on it, holding up his Department of Homeland Security claim ticket, and holding up his plane tickets. And so if he ever takes that down, I've already harvested all the information from it. I've harvested the pictures. But yeah, it's over there. Go ahead and go check it out. And there was not much more I could do other than know beyond a shadow of a doubt that a psychotically obsessed killer was out there. And I couldn't do anything. I kept paying attention to his favorites. You know, he would favorite things that had my name in them that, again, were filmed in this local area. And he tried to add me on several different accounts since then. That was the cat. He tried to add me on several different accounts, and I automatically block that person. I do not accept friend invitations quickly because of this. A week ago today, I received a physical letter in my post office box. He had gotten the address from Encyclopedia Dramatica, of course, and which indicated I'd been lulled into a false sense of security. I've had a lot going on in my life in the last couple months, and while I was still aware of it, I had been lulled into a false sense of security that he had laxened his obsession. But I got this letter, and I'll read it to you. Don't worry, I don't have more letters for you. You have all the right of this world for don't want to know nothing of me, of course. But don't have fear of me, please. This hurts me. Perhaps I'm a dreamer and the king of mistakes, but I'm not any stalker. I can't believe that you have fear of me. I'm inoffensive, and I know very well that my mistakes are only mine, and that aren't any fault of you for my travel to U.S., for example. So you don't must to be worried for nothing about me. I'm sorry very much for scare you with my travel, and I don't want anything bad for you. Sleep well, paranoid American girl. I don't have any trouble for you, and try to forgive my mistakes. My best wishes are for you. Good heart and long life, by Ignacy. Now this is actually a photocopy of the letter. The original letter is at the local police station. Because I did not open it. I didn't want to open it for mistrusting that there might be some vile substance in it, and also I didn't want to open it. Look there, right there, he actually even drew the emoticon for a wink after Paranoid American Girl. I didn't trust that there wasn't some deadly substance, and I also didn't trust that I didn't want to get my fingerprints on it. So this is a photocopy. The original is at the, again, like I said, is at the police. This is a photocopy of the back flap of the envelope. Ignacy Passas Nassar, care of Orient, 15 Granolars, 08402, Barcelona, Spain. Right there. As far as I'm concerned, that is not dropping docs, because this is stuff that was sent to me, and I am free to use it to expose a criminal. And he is a criminal. Stalking is a crime. So obviously this guy is still obsessed with me. While the letter itself does not sound that dangerous, keep in mind this is somebody that flew across the United States with the intention of doing me harm, and I am convinced wholly that that was to give me a false sense of security, because I'm sure he's planning on trying again. As such, I've taken appropriate measures to protect myself. I was told that in this situation you don't keep this information to yourself, you tell as many people as possible, and I can't think of a faster way to tell people than put it out here on YouTube. This man, Ignacy Passas Nassar, is a dangerous, dangerous human being. I am warning everybody, if you get any message from anyone who says that they know me and his name is Ignacy and from Barcelona, Spain, or just be careful. I did nothing to encourage this. This is a psychotic obsession. It is a stalking. He is a dangerous human being. He's a criminal, and he deserves to be treated as such. And that's all I have to say. VK out.